feeling of if I do find someone, that I always think that it's gonna get ruined just by some guy that has ability that I don't have. Yeah, the whole jealousy thing and self-esteem thing is definitely probably, it's ruined things more than the reality of actually being in a chair more than anything, because I know that all my fears and thoughts are completely irrational, but they're there, and to me they're real, and so when they come up they kind of fester and then blow up and kind of destroy any chance of anything usually happening. And then there's the times where you wanted something to happen, but then you were too scared because you thought that because of the fact you were broken that there was no chance, so you just didn't even bother. So yeah, it's definitely screwed up a lot of things. For the most part, though, more recently, I would say I'm definitely not normal, but that doesn't make me any less than a regular able-bodied person, because I know that my thoughts are like 1950s kind of thoughts, and that people don't really think that way, and things are a little bit more equal these days, so you don't have to be that stereotype anymore to be able to be a man. So I'm slowly but surely coming around, but it's been a process, and one that I still think I have a lot of ways to go before it's something that's going to be completely gone. But hopefully each day and each experience will mean that I'm one step closer to overcoming the self-esteem issues, the body image issues, and the issues of not feeling good enough and not manly enough, and that I can just be me, and that should be good enough. Thanks to everyone that I've met over the last 34 years that have kind of tried, or some of you succeeded in a little bit, to change the way I feel about myself, and I'm thankful for that. I have a good family, good friends, and I'm definitely a lot more confident these days than I was, say, 10, 15 years ago. But yeah, I still think that there's a long journey to go to get to where I want to be, and hopefully you'll all stick with me as we do this thing and see where we go. But that is my thoughts on my own disability and masculinity and the messed up irrational crap that goes through my head. Join me again next week. Hopefully sometime next week I'll be able to upload a new episode, but until then, thanks for tuning in. You can find the Early Days Podcast Facebook page on Facebook. You can find my Patreon, the Early Days Patreon, or I think the Early Days Podcast, either one of those two. On Patreon, you can a couple of bucks, and you can support what I do. I'll have the links all over the place, so you'll be able to find your way to wherever I am. And if you haven't caught me already, you can catch me on Instagram at MattyWheels27, Facebook at the Early Days Podcast, or my personal Facebook page, Matt Earley, with 1T. And yeah, until next week, thank you for listening to my strange, rambling podcast. Bye for now.